In the video, why you should ride your motorcycle through winter, I was a bit surprised by the amount of views that it got for such a small channel. It is not the views though that I'm happiest about, but the comments. That video to date has got over 130 comments, and I mean this truly when I say it. This is why I love doing this channel. Engaging with other like-minded people is what drives me to create these little videos, and it's certainly not the money. There is none of that. So I thought I would dedicate this video to going through and sharing some of the comments and my thoughts on the comments from that video. I'll always aim to respond to everyone who takes the time to watch and comment. We don't have the time to go through all of them, but here are some of my favorites. XJRman5062 said, I'm 57, been riding 35 years, 12 months a year. I think that's what keeps me from depression and keeps me feeling young after all these years. As soon as I get on the bike, I still feel the same buzz as I did all them years ago. It's an addiction I'm happy to have. Ride safe. What makes this comment really stand out to me is that even after 35 years of riding all year round, XJRman still gets the same feeling he did when he first started. I think a lot of riders who have done back-to-back full years riding through winter months might get a little worn down and maybe even start to dislike it a little bit. Ray, the motorbike madman, what a name, says, I used to ride all year round until I got a car, as well as the age of 32. Never gone back to winter riding. I get my mental health fix from fixing and restoring bikes during the winter for the forthcoming riding season. Each to what works for them. I love the idea of this, especially if you have a nice garage setup, where you can spend hours during those long cold winter nights chinking away with your motorcycle, ensuring that it's ready as soon as the weather improves. To me, this can be as therapeutic as riding itself. GT Ludwig says, I am getting back to motorcycling after a long hiatus, due to moving continents and life happening. Coming from 27 degrees latitude south to 53 degrees latitude north really put my circadian rhythm into perspective. Coming back to motorcycling at the end of the normal riding season, I will drive through the winter, which is cold and wet in Ireland. Call me naive or enthusiastic, I believe it's about being prepared and attitude. This comment really resonates with me, as I too have a similar kind of move 20 years ago when moving from the southern hemisphere to the northern. My geography knowledge is not great, but I believe that puts GT Ludwig somewhere around Australia or just above South Africa, but it doesn't really matter to me where. Raold06I says, I've been riding year round for many years. A clear blue sky day in December in Denmark can bring as much joy as a midsummer's ride, if you have the right gear. Lots of clothes, heated grips, and off you go. I did notice one thing in your video, cover your neck, not only in the winter. But I agree that saying there's no such thing as bad weather but only bad clothing is really covered by this comment. If you're dressed correctly to avoid much of the cold, then the ride can really be just as enjoyable, and yes, I will cover my neck. I agree on that point. This is one of my favourites, and I even laughed a little to myself when I read it. Davidos117 said, I'm from Northern Ireland and I ride all year round, as long as there's no ice or snow outside. My Harley's MOT due date is in the middle of December, and I intentionally didn't change it. Be positive and ride safe, my friend. So for those who are not from the UK, the MOT is an annual check all vehicles must pass to keep them legally on the road. I love the fact that Davidos purposely did not change it, and this forces him to get out for a ride in mid-December no matter the weather. This fact also prevents him from winterizing his bike altogether in the knowledge he will have to get it out at some point. Spoke Too Soon wrote, "Shouldn't fear the cold, should just wrap up. The bike is medicine, as well as a hobby, as well as a lifestyle, as well as blah blah blah. The riding is different and has new challenges, but embracing them is part of the mood boosting, I think. Nothing like rolling up to a country pub in a nice cold, warming your hands in the front of a fire, and enjoying some hot food and a pint of Guinness. Zero, of course, ride safely chaps. Took a long time for me to realise that." This comment gave such a vivid image in my head, which I think encapsulates the UK so well, and has actually made me slightly look forward to winter. There's nothing better than a Sunday roast on a cold winter's day and a pint of beer. Nothing. I dare you to challenge me on that. DY Hooper wrote, "Great vlog and fair points and comments. I think we all suffer from sad, and maybe artificial sun lamps do help. I am a seasoned rider, been commuting to work for many years, even during -5-degree temperatures. I'm 53, married, with 2 late teen daughters. I also ride for pleasure on the weekends for my mental health and stress relief. I wear thermals and I just need an extra toilet break, but it's well worth it." I know a lot of folk who commute daily on motorcycles who would shiver at the thought of going out for a ride on the weekend. I think there is a difference between a motorcyclist and a biker. A biker will ride all through the week in traffic to work and still want to get out for more on the weekend. A motorcyclist sees a bike as purely a machine to get from one place to the other, a bit like a car. I know which one I prefer to be. And I want to end with the comment from Ice and Scrambler 344. "I ride all year. Last February I was speedwaying through corners as the ice was thick. It happened last February, but in my brain that was last year. There's no riding season in my head." I just love this attitude. You hear everyone talking about the riding season and when it starts and ends. But what if there was no riding season, just riding? That to me is pure freedom. I just wanted to end by saying a massive thank you to all who commented on that video. Taking the time out of your day to share your thoughts and experience means a lot to me, more than you realise. I will catch you all in the next one. Ride safe and of course, hit that subscribe button.